All right. We are back here at Song of the Day, coming to you from the Rock Cave. I'm your host, Mark Pierce. It is Saturday. I'm ready for the weekend. I don't know about you. I'm excited for today's topic. Haven't covered this band yet. I know some of you will be excited out there too, so let's get to it. We're talking March 1984 when this band released, I think it was their third single off this record. We are talking about the Pretenders and the album Learning to Crawl. Let's dig in because we can say a lot about the Pretenders. Just a quick summary. Pretenders were formed in 1978. Remember, Chrissie Hynde's from Ohio. We knew that from her song, right? And moved to London in 73 to work for New Musical Express, which was a paper that about rock music. And then she ended up forming this band. I read that she had early involvement in The Clash and The Dam, but I'm not sure what kind of involvement she had with that. They put out their debut single in 79, and their debut album is ranked as one of the top debut albums of all time in rock and roll. They had songs already by the time they get to 1980 or 81. They had Kid, they had Brass in Pocket, they had all those great songs. Tragedy would strike after the second album. Half the band died of drug overdoses within a year apart. Between 82 and 83, they lost founding guitar player and founding bass player. So here they are, trying to regroup, trying to figure things out. They've got people coming in and out of the band. They had Tony Butler from Big Country fill in. He does bass on Back in the Chain Gang. They had Paul Carrick on keyboards on Thin Line Between Love and Hate. So they kind of were moving around a little bit, but they finally settled on a lineup and put out this record. And what a record this is. Also considered one of the top records of all time. Hard to believe, 2 of the first 3 highly rated records. And this was just huge. 5 singles off this record. We'll talk about that in a second. The Pretenders, for me, a band that suffered from overplay on rock radio. They played the same 4 songs, it seemed, every time they played a Pretenders song. So you got tired of some of the same songs, when really when you dig deep into their catalog, boy, they have so much good music. You really do have to spend the time and listen to those other songs, or the ones you haven't listened to very often, because this is quite a band. And there's a lot to like here for the casual fans. If you think you know the Pretenders, you don't, so you need to check this out for sure. They ended up playing Live Aid in 1985. This particular record, like I said, let's hit the highlights of this one. Middle of the Road, really, that one is just quintessential rock song. I mean, you cannot help but just rock out to this song. This is a very good candidate for Song of the Day. I really like this song, always have, always will. Although, I don't know about you, I thought the opening line was, "I'm standing in the middle of life with my pants behind me." That makes more sense to me, I don't know. But it's plans, with my plans behind me. And I don't know how she makes that noise. She makes that noise and it rolls into her harmonica, so it sounds like her voice where she goes, right? That's a good one. Middle of the Road. Back on the Chain Gang. I mean, so that was one of a few songs written in memory of their founding lead guitar player. She was also in the middle of a tough relationship with Ray Davies and was pregnant with their daughter at the time. So that's kind of what was going on with the writing of that song. Show Me, that one, that's a good one. I like that song. My City Was Gone, all about Ohio. She went back to Ohio, right? That's what this says in the song, and she's just dismayed at what she sees. She wanted to call the song Ohio, but of course that one was already taken by a little known band. Thin Line Between Love and Hate, that's a cover song. They did quite well with that song. Lots of bands covered that song, but theirs was a huge hit for them, and I do like that song. 2,000 Miles, that's considered a Christmas song by most fans, and it's played a lot at Christmas time, and it charts at Christmas time, but it's really wasn't written as a Christmas song. Yet another song that was dedicated to their fallen guitarist. But the video does take place as her dressed up as a Salvation Army worker in the snow, so it kind of makes you think it's a Christmas song. All right, so Mark, what are you doing for Song of the Day? We haven't talked about the song we're going to do today because somehow amid those 5 singles, this song did not get released as a single. It's crazy. I think it should. I think it's probably the best song for me on the record, next to Middle of the Road. I don't know why I never heard it. Did the radio play it back in the day? I don't think they did, because I like to think that I would have paid attention to it. I did not become aware of this song until I got satellite radio over 10 years ago, and I was like, how did I miss this song? And this is right up to the top of my favorite songs of theirs. And we are talking the song Time the Avenger. I just love this song. It's a great song. If you don't know it, listen to it today, play it, because that is your song of the day. And I'd really, really enjoy this record. I mean, this is like a miniature greatest hits. Remember, you go to the record store, you got your $9 and you want to go buy a cassette or an album. And remember, every once in a while you'd find a greatest hits on a band, and then you'd see that one album that had all the songs you wanted except for some of them. And you'd have to choose between the greatest hits and that record. It's a nice problem to have for a band. The Cars were the same way when you pulled out the Cars' greatest hits when that finally came out. But you're like, man, I need Candy-O and I need the original, right? The song from the Pretenders that I'd like to talk about for just a hot second is Thin Line Between Love and Hate. That one, again, is just really, really good. And, I think you should play that one today as well. So, we are doing The Pretenders. We're at 7 minutes. I'm going to cut it off now. Okay. Time the Avenger. Love this song. Enjoy it on your Saturday. We got a great week coming up next week. We are almost a week away from the 1-year anniversary of the Rock Cave. Looking forward to that. So be ready. Enjoy your day. Enjoy your Saturday. I'll catch you on the flip side.